Alright, gotta do some unboxing. Where's my cutting tool for that? Perfect. Hi everybody, welcome to All Games New and Old. I'm David Rodriguez, and today I am unboxing the Gloom of Kilforth, which is a fantasy quest game for 1 to 4 players. It's supposed to be 45 minutes per player. You might be able to tell that the shrink wrap is literally falling off this thing all on its own. So we'll see how this goes. As far as unboxing it, that's probably fine. It says the land of Kilforth is a perilous domain filled with nefarious monsters, mysterious strangers, and treacherous locations. Throughout the land, various factions vie for power. The supposedly noble Order of the Rose, the terrifying Doomguard, and the evil Overlord Maskclaw, to name a few. At the heart of Kilforth is the Sprawl, a huge city where intrepid heroes begin their journey to fame and fortune. Over the coming month, a deadly gloom will descend upon Kilforth, through which the heroes must battle to prove their worth, defeat a primordial evil, and save the land from darkness. So, this is yet another acquisition of mine where I'm trying to get adventure games galore. So, forgive the glare here. I have the overhead lights on because I was doing a game with miniatures earlier that I wanted to show. I think that'll go away when I take off the wrap, but if not, I'll just, I'll turn those off. So, no big deal. But I want you to be able to see the art on these cards too, because I think the art's probably really good. So we will see, but let me cut this sucker open. It's won several awards here, it looks like, which is sort of funny because it's odd with all the podcasts and stuff I've listened to. I've hardly heard anyone talk about this. I recently saw on some of the Facebook groups, people put it in their top 9. I don't know if you've seen the thing where people make a little top 9 collage and, you know, show you what their top 9 is. But that's what that is. So here, let me just move that over a little bit. There we go. Let's try that. There we go. Now it's not quite so much glare. Okay, so I remember quite a while ago, after first hearing about this, I was trying to look for reviews on it, and I didn't find much, or at least not too many that I thought looked good. I think I watched one, and that was about it. So we will see how this goes. I'm curious. I'm thinking down the road, I might do some kind of, I want to do like specifically comparison videos where I take 2 games that are of the same genre or same type of game and do like really a one-on-one comparison and, you know, which one might be better for you or not. I also thought about doing some kind of like a weird bracket thing where I get down to the very best one in my opinion, although I don't know if that makes sense to do since it would just be me and possibly my wife picking our favorites. I don't know if that's really useful or not, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll think about it. This has some of the expansions. One of the things that I don't think it actually, it doesn't really speak well for it in my opinion, is that one of the expansions is called Pimp My Gloom. And it's, I don't know, I think that's kind of silly for what this is. It has some of their other games on here, so that's all fine and good. Anyway, not a big deal. I know people saying Pimp My this or that is sort of a thing, but I just think it's sort of silly. So, anyway, here's the rule book. Lots of good examples. You set out like a grid of cards. I think that's what you're exploring across. That's kind of like your map. But you can see some of the art here. We'll get to more when we get to the cards. I think it's really beautiful. I'm not sure. It may in places suffer from like the whole, you know, does this actually need to be this sexy thing? I'm not sure. Maybe not. Maybe not. But I feel like I may have seen a picture or two where I was like, I don't know. It's, you know, it doesn't offend me. It's just not necessary, and it could offend some people. So, you know, why bother? We got some standees for the characters over here that all look pretty cool. You can hear my kids arguing in the background because that's what happens. And there are all kinds of tokens for gold. Ponies, shovels, boots, ale. Oh, you get ale. That's important. Potions, etc. All various kinds of items you get. Oh, gosh, I'm already punching them out on accident. Let's put that down. Ooh. All right. These guys are gross, some of them. Top tier are too bad, but as you get lower down, reminds me of something out of like Pan's Labyrinth or something like that. So, other than that, more tokens. I don't know if these are, I'm assuming they're bad guys. Maybe you can play really creepy people. I don't know. Their little reference card, that's always handy to have. Okay. It's a lot to reference, but that's okay. We got some pretty standard. Oh, well, actually, I don't know if you can tell in here, but they are kind of like a gray and black swirl. That's actually kind of cool. But they're, regular six-sided dice as far as the sides. Here's the bases for the stand, or for the, for the various standees. We have a black bag for something. We have, oh boy, all kinds of tokens, or wooden tokens. Let's take these out. They're all in different shapes. I thought they were all just circles at first. Yeah, this, it looks like, I'll be honest, it looks like broccoli to me. I don't think it is. I don't know if it's supposed to be a clover or what, or a tree, I don't know, but whatever. All right, yellow circles, so nothing too fancy there, but that's fine. We have white clouds. I don't know. Black hearts. That seems like that would be bad. I don't know. We have red hearts. That's kind of more what you typically see. I say as if you didn't already know that. We have, looks like blue sand timer kind of things. Or they could be bow ties. Would that be weird? Very much so. But you know what? We have cloud and maybe broccoli meeples, so who knows? Could be anything. All right, more yellow dots. That's fine. Okay. We have these bigger cards. I'm thinking they might just be dividers. Because it looks like it has a space up top where maybe you'd write something. I don't know. Let me see if I can get in here. I hate it when these things don't have a little, like, pull tab kind of opening system, even though I usually have trouble finding the actual start of this. Anyway. I know I have talents. It's just that opening plastic things that are wrapped tightly, it's not one of them. So, yeah, these are all, there's a few at the back that are kind of different, but for the most part, all pretty similar to each other, which is fine. Got some baggies here, which I'm sure will come in handy. All right. Okay. Let's see what these are. See, this actually has the tab thingy. Let's see if I can actually do any better. Okay, that one's actually easy. Hey. All right, so these are smaller than the other cards for the most part, looks like. And I'm wondering if, because this, I know this art matches, I believe, one of the standees that's on this one. Angler, Battle Wizard. Maybe I say Arcane on the back. Local Hero. Astral Traveler. Spotter. Marksman. I wonder if these are just like specific, I don't know if they're like character classes. High Priest, maybe. Merchant. Sentinel. Trekker. Templar. Preacher. Historian, Trapper, Warlord, Prize Fighter, Forager, because they all have some kind of like a ability on here. I don't know. They also have a Roman numeral at the top, so I wonder if you, I'm purely guessing, I wonder if you have to start with like one of the ones, and then as you go, maybe you unlock the ability to get to some of the higher, I don't know. I am completely guessing here, but it's interesting. I don't believe that this is a campaign game. I think it is like you just play out like a one-off sort of adventure, I think. So that's kind of nice because it's a little easier to play those to a point where I feel like I can do a review. It's a little harder with a campaign game because you want to get a good ways into the campaign. You know, we try to do a good number of plays anyway, but you know, the campaign, it's always tough to know, like, well, where do we stop and know we could talk about this thing now. It's like Witch, Black Orc, Kobold. God, that is a freaky kobold. Ugh. That's a lot grosser than I picture them in D&D. A Lizard Man, Mind Reaver, Serpent, Forgotten Ruins, Thorpe. I don't know if that is. Well of Essence, Bandits, Detained Prisoner, Escort Trader, Pit of Hell. There's all kinds of stuff here. The Rescue. But man, I really like the art a lot. Like really a lot. I think it's so pretty. I'm not sure who the artist is, but whoever it is has done a phenomenal. There's some interesting two-sided cards here. I wonder how that works out. Like it's almost like a mirror image thing. Not quite. Dead Swamp. Endless Breakers. Grand Plains. So, I don't know about you, but for me, having pretty art like this really helps get me kind of engrossed in the world. So I'm excited to see that. Charm. Oops, hello. Oh gosh, there's cool stuff on the back too. Demon Console. Oh my goodness. Great art. Familiar. Acid Cloud. I'm kind of skipping some now because I don't want to, go through here. Rock Body. Banishment. The monsters in here are really, really terrifying, even when they're named after things that maybe you have seen elsewhere. Still really terrifying, in my opinion. But I love it. The art's great. Some of the ladies are maybe a little sexier than they have to be, but I don't feel like it's really over the top. Actually, I'm sort of impressed that I've seen some characters in here that are actually fairly normal people looking-ish in a way. More of them are not. Don't get me wrong, but it's not just all super big barbarian guys and ladies in chainmail bikinis and whatnot. It seems really pretty really like there's a lot of variety in the type of people in here. Let's see if I can get this open. So we'll see if I need to go through all these. I have a feeling I'm going to be seeing more of kind of the same stuff here. Vengeance. Arena. Bandit Camp. Raging Vampire. He's gross. King's Tomb. Dwarf. She's a Golden Vampire. So yeah, I mean, this game is a bit expensive. Like when you look at the fact that so much of it is cards, you might think, well, that seems kind of... I mean, there's wooden tokens, of course, too, but you got to think about how many different, like, unique pictures they have here and how good this art actually is. It's, I don't know, I think it's got some value there. So, it doesn't bother me too much. I don't know how easy this game is to get, to be honest with you. I had been looking for it through some online stores and on Amazon and whatnot, and it just wasn't available. And I actually was lucky enough to find it actually on the shelf of one of the larger game stores in my area. And I was really glad because this is one that I wanted. God, that world looks brutal. I really wanted to give this one a try because I am on a big adventure game kick. That's not like the only kind of... is there more text cards? It's not the only kind of game I like by any stretch. For some reason, I just really want... I want to find like a great adventure game. And I don't know if this one will be the best one or not. We'll find out. I've got a lot to go through. Spawning Pit. That thing looks terrifying. But yeah, there's I don't know if it's exactly I don't know if it's a standalone expansion or a sequel called Shadow or Shadows of Kilforth that's out there as well. I'm pretty sure it's standalone because it costs the same as this one, Gloom does. So if this is a really great game, I might have to go back to that game store and get it. Okay, so this is more like the character cards that we were looking at earlier, but they're just bigger, so... Illusionist, Necromancer... Okay, here's our character classes. Let's look at those. I'm curious. Let me go back here, because... Priest, Rogue, Warrior, Wizard, Assassin, Ranger, Shaman, War Mage, Illusionist, Necromancer, Summoner, Wild Mage... She looks cool. Mystic... Dog Ninja. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know. Okay, so it's an ally. Look, I don't know what it takes to get specific allies in this game, but God help me, I'm going to get a Dog Ninja at some point. Berserker. Cool. Not as cool as a Dog Ninja. Gladiator. same. Paladin, same. Swashbuckler, sorry. Astral Seer, still not as cool as a dog ninja, but I do respect her hair. That's quite a hairstyle. It reminds me of some of the X-Men characters back in like the late 80s, early 90s. They tend to like draw their hair up in this weird way. Anyway, so I heard healer, pastor, corsair. Some of these are just ally characters. It's a dandy. He looks like he's got his mustache is too shaped for him to be anything but a dandy. Here's a ninja. Now, I wonder if the dog is hers or if that's just a coincidence. Smuggler, she's got a deck of cards. Minstrel. Elven Cloak. Power Gauntlets. Rosen Chainmail. Winged Helm. Doom Shield. Demonic Brooch. Necklace of Wealth. Ring of Influence. Shielding Bracers. So a lot of items. Flight Drought. Healing Salve, Poison, Balanced Longbow, Thunderhammer. So lots of cool items. More specific, I think those are probably like quest things. All right, that's pretty much everything. I know I didn't like go to every single card and read them all. I don't know if anybody really wants that anyway, to be honest with you. But yeah, this is, as far as how it looks, it's everything that I kind of hoped it was. I'm very blown away by the beautiful art and the horrifying monsters. So I hope the gameplay matches the quality of the art. If it can do that, I'll be a happy, happy man. So we'll see what happens. But I am excited to try Gloom of Kilforth. And if you've played it, I would love to hear about it and hear your thoughts and what you think about the game. And if I'm in for something good, or if you're like, oh no, don't play it, it's not worth your time. But I'm still going to try it. So, you know, you can only dissuade me so much. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, if you could hit like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Also click the little bell icon so you will know the next time I put a video out. Other than that, I look forward to seeing you all around the table again at All Games New and Old. Bye.